Everyone has a power animal which joins us in this journey of life. These animals come not only to share that journey, but to bring us many lessons of personal healing and power. The key is being open to them. Joanna and her sons are open, and it appears they have a spirit animal in their lives. The Little Red House at 373 Broadway was built in 1828 and is the second oldest standing house remaining in the village. The farmhouse was part of a farm whose main house resided nearby. Joanna used to pass the Little Red House while taking her sons to their piano lessons at Master's School. Joanna was constantly drawn to the house. She often wondered about the house and the people living there. She often wondered about what it would be like to live in such a charming place. Joanna got her chance. A good friend in real estate was giving an open house there. Joanna walked in and fell instantly in love with the house. It was fate. She informed the owners that they could only sell this house to her, and it was in June of 2005 when they did. Joanna's story, however, begins before the Little Red House. She always had cats in her life. There has always been a cat in her boys' lives as well. The first family cat was Dunstable. Dunstable traveled with them from South Carolina to San Francisco and finally to New York, where they all settled into a house on Lafergie Avenue. Dunstable was the first cat in her boy's life. He was very verbal and loved to carry on a conversation. He grew up and old with them. The tragic timing of his death could not have been worse. The holidays were approaching, and they were preparing to spend their holiday in England. Their trip included an amazing opportunity to ski in Switzerland, and Joanna did not want to spoil it by upsetting her boys with the tragic news, so she decided not to tell them until after their vacation. It was the night before their trip when her son Colin woke up from a terrible nightmare. He couldn't remember it. He did, however, have a very uncomfortable and lingering feeling that he had lost something. He couldn't shake the feeling that he had lost. Just what was it? He was sure that something was missing. They had a wonderful time in Switzerland. Joanna sat the boys down at the airport before they headed home and told them about Dunstable. The family returned home to the cold and empty house and mourned the loss of their cat. It was about a week later. Colin was playing the piano. His brother Oliver went pale. Concerned, his mother asked, "What's wrong?" Colin said that he had just seen Dunstable at the top of the stairs. Joanna went to the stairs with him, but he was gone. Time passed, and Joanna moved into the Little Red House with her two boys. Cats continued to be included as part of their family. There was Muffy and Pop-Pop, or Poppy as he came to be called, who loved the dresser at the top of the stairs. He ritually rubbed against it and enjoyed sleeping in the top sock drawer. Poppy left so many teeth marks on that dresser trying to pry open the drawer that after a while they got wise and learned to keep the drawer open. Of course, it was some time before Joanna realized the true object of Poppy's desire. She had spilled catnip in the drawer, and the aroma lingered, much to Poppy's delight. Poppy was around 4 when he suffered the misfortune of being hit by a car. Try as he might, poor Poppy could not stand. As if in frustration, he let out a loud cry as if to say, "Something is wrong, please help me." Joanna heeded his cries and rushed him to the vet. A severe blow had left Poppy in dire need of surgery. His surgery was successful, but he later died in recovery from complications. Poppy sat on Joanna's lap for some time as she tried to come to terms with his sudden and shocking loss. A family friend helped bury him in the garden. Joanna and her boys were, of course, devastated over the loss of Poppy. Joanna took the day off work to collect herself. It was while on the computer reading an online condolence card from a friend that she heard a sudden and loud cat's cry. Startled, she thought, surely it must have had something to do with the online card. She searched the images for a cat. There were none. She tried to dismiss the sound, but that wasn't the last she heard of it, and she wasn't the only one to hear. Joanna and her boys have all heard the cry of Poppy since his death and continue to hear his call. It doesn't appear to be coming from anywhere in particular. It's loud and clear. It's a cat's call, and it sounds just like their dear Poppy. Strangely, however, It comes as if from the very air around them, and from no clear direction in particular. Cats are known in folklore to be the harbingers of mystery and magic. Perhaps dear Poppy returned to the little red house to help the inhabitants within remember to keep the mystery and magic alive within their lives.